Alrighty, what is going on YouTube? We're back giving another Apex video, and in this video, we're not really a crazy theme about this video. We're just gonna be talking about the solo queue update, and maybe play like maybe a ranked game or two, just seeing how we play 'em. But as of today, the video is being recorded on 4th of July, so happy 4th of July to y'all that celebrate it. But on to the real topic of the video, we're talking about the solo queue update. I'm curious to know what you guys' thoughts are. I've been hearing very mixed opinions over the last couple days that it's been out. I've heard some people saying it's really good. I've heard some people say that it's like the worst update to ever go to Apex. I've seen some people just say it's whatever. I want to know what your guys' opinions are. So I'm going to be sharing my opinion in this video. Kind of what I think, how they could fix it, make it better, or like what they might need to do in the future if they want to actually keep a system like this. And so yeah, we're gonna be playing some rank while we do it. First thing I want to go over though is I feel like the game as a whole works better in a team-based scenario, but the actual like truth of it is like a lot of players do get carried by their teammates. That's like one of the main problems that a lot of people kind of have noticed so far, that a lot of players that would normally be a lot of 3-stack teams seem to be a lot worse after, which was I think was kind of the issue that they were trying to solve in a way. But I think at the root of the entire update, I feel like it's hard to really do a type of these updates when Diamond is just super unbalanced. Diamond's honestly like the weirdest rank you could ever be at in Apex, because you're not really super high elo, but you're also not low enough elo to where you're going to be going against consistently bad players. Because with Diamond, a lot of people, they either just hit D4 and just kind of chill there, or a lot of people, they think they might be able to gain points and they just kind of are selling. And then there's like the actual players, that are good enough to hit Masters, but they don't play enough ranks, so then they're just in there. It's just kind of, that's how I kind of see Diamond as a rank. I feel like partially part of the problem of why they even really had they implemented a solo queue update was partially because of Diamond. Like Diamond's one of the kind of more weirder ranks just through and through, in my opinion at least. I feel like one of the better ways they could probably balance out the system without having solo queue would be primarily to add a new rank. Like I know it might sound a little bit crazy, but I feel like if they add another rank to kind of stabilize Diamond, like maybe you put it in between Diamond and Master, so it gives Masters a little bit more credibility, and it makes it a tad bit more like sweatier in a way. I feel like it could easily have a pretty good balance. That's kind of my take so far. And another thing I wanted to touch up on is with just how Apex kind of is as a game. You're always just gonna have people that are always gonna be like want to play with their friends. Like sometimes they just don't like to play by themselves. Maybe they don't enjoy it. Maybe they just don't have fun on it. So like partially of that solo queue update, it kind of ruins a lot of the player base that only really likes to play with their friends. Which is why my other topic, like I was saying, adding a new rank might be the right move in this right direction to actually make ranked a little bit more fun, a little bit more balanced, overall better experience for the majority of the player base. And also one thing I wanted to really talk about is the matchmaking with the solo queue update hasn't really been ideal in terms of like Diamond lobbies. So like with Diamond right now, it's not really good matchmaking, because a lot of the Masters and Preds, they're still getting queued up with other Masters and Preds. The only difference is that they're kind of strangers, and like they don't have really good, their comms aren't going to be insanely the same. But when you look at the actual way that Apex is moving in terms of like the Diamond matchmaking, it's not the greatest, because you're still fighting 3-stack Master, 3-stack Pred, which was one of the problems they were trying to eliminate. But in the process of that, they just kind of made it the same problem. But now you're queuing with like actual players that you won't know, or like that are just kind of whatever. Where are these guys? Nice. Good stuff. Another team. No, dude, the title is so weak. Nice. Dang. The second video of the gameplay. Now, another topic that I was trying to mention before, we were in a fight is I feel like this is definitely the right step in the right direction for Apex to really try to balance ranked out. But I do feel like, obviously that's the whole reason why they're testing in the first place, is to really grasp a nice data source. What the... Nice. Alright, so back what I was trying to talk about. I feel like this definitely could be a change they might be able to add. I feel like the solo queue update, like, it's definitely good. Like in the root of it, it is a good update. But I feel like the only reason why people were even requesting a solo queue update is because of, just like I said before, Diamond just... I feel like there needs to be a rank in between Diamond and Masters, because not only would it bounce out the matchmaking easier, like make it more consistent to where you're actually going against more players, your skill, rather than less than like just going like getting like low Diamond teammates queuing against 3-stacking Preds all the time. I feel like that would definitely be a kind of, in my opinion, like a better way to do it than just trying to throw in a solo queue update and just kind of make everybody, no matter what, have to be solo. Like, I feel like you could easily still have it to where you could stack, but when you have the instance of another rank in there, I look need bullets. I mean, you know, there's always the argument too that if you can't play in solo queue, then you're just a bad player. Which, you know, it could be like it's a valid statement, but a lot of players they just know how to play better. Like I've seen some people perform better in 3 stacks, like but they're carrying the 3 stack, but then you know when they're by themselves, it's kind of hard because you go on relying to 2 people to just yourself. Because random, you know, sometimes it could be bad. I personally solo queue a lot, so like this update wasn't really a big deal to me. But like I was like seeing all over Twitter, TikTok, everything. People just keep complaining. Like how there's like apparently from what I've heard, there's like some Discord servers where there's like up to 40 preds just all trying to queue at the same time together, but they're in the same match, which I think is kind of cheap. But that's just how it is gonna. That's just gonna be like that for some people. They just want to always try to exploit stuff. But overall, I think the update's a right move to get like actual thoughts of what they need to do to make the game better. But I think there's definitely some changes that need to be made for this update to really actually make a little bit more sense of how they actually want to implement a type of idea in terms of rank balancing. Yes. But overall, it's not a bad update though. Just the matchmaking is probably the worst part of it, but that's just how it's gonna be, unless they add like a differential between like Diamond and Masters. I feel like that's where like the biggest, like a lot of the most complaining, I feel like that's where it's coming from. A lot of like Diamond players that are like maybe D4, D3, they're not the best players of all time, and they're going against Masters and Preds 3 stacks all the time, so they just always keep saying that's what's holding them back. Or like say like that's just like unfun to play, which in some certain stances it is. It's not the most fun to be playing against constant 3 stacks. I mean like overall, what the heck is that portal? But yeah, like most stances, it's just how it's gonna be. Like it's only for 2 weeks. As we're recording this, I think it's already like 4 days, 5 days since the update, so it's relatively almost over. I am curious to see what Apex says about the data that they received over the 2 weeks that it's going down for the actual solo queue update. But I'm excited to see what the future holds for this type of rank balancing. If they're trying to move in the relative direction they were thinking. No, he's so one. No, why is he not fighting him? No, my Horizon's in space. That was so winnable, dude. I got the wipe. See if I can crawl. Oh, there's another team. Need to get this bat off. That's crazy I was able to crawl that far, bro. I'm gonna just go. Not that far. Okay, but I'm looking at getting chased though. Just to land right here. If I can actually heal. Then get. I guess I'm the best. I don't know what that Maggie was thinking, trying to chow that. I gotta heal, bro. Mine was missing all my shots right there, bro. Okay, need overflow. Oh. It's got turbocharged nemesis too.
We're close to the ring with a minute to spare.
That was a good nade.
This way. Pierce their hearts. Come on, the ring's closing. Hurry, get there. Hustle over there.
Yeah, they're kind of running.
This way, you can. Enemy, they're not close. Reload. Shield
This is an interesting end ring, I'll tell you that. No way, I die right there.
frag out.
Something like that.
Plenty of
You need a charm bag and a sense of self-preservation.
Giving my shields a recharge.
I think you do. He's gotta have the right setup. Knocked one. He wins those. Nice.
And we've got a whole 45 seconds of free time. I need a train right here.
Heard that. Using grapple. You killed the last member. Good work, team.
I shot. The ring will be
GG's. What a game to end off the video though. What a game. Hope y'all enjoyed my little talk about the Soki update. Hope you guys have some good opinions in the comments. Just know you guys are appreciated. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.